Look at it. This thing is so thin and slick as well. I love this laptop so far. Design-wise, this is one of the best looking laptops on the market right now. Woo! Let's talk about it. So this is ASUS's new Zenbook S16. As the name suggests, it's a 16-inch laptop that's super thin, super lightweight. It's just 1.1 centimeters thick and it weighs just 1.3 kilograms. So put that into perspective, that is super light and just slim and slick. It looks so good. If you look at the design alone, you see this cover that they've got here, this chassis. It's all aluminium chassis and this is ceruluminium cover, so it's a mixture. It's some sort of trimming that they've done to the aluminium to make it into this finished product, and it looks fantastic. I love this silver line going across it. This is a Scandinavian white version. I think that's the right name for the color. They also have a black one as well, which has an official name. I'll leave that on the screen. And there's this nice ASUS Zenbook logo that's written right on the top lid, which again just gives it that nice, subtle, minimalist look, which I really like. As far as this is concerned, the reason why this is making rounds on the internet right now, why this is very important for ASUS, is because this is running on AMD Ryzen AI 9HX. So it's part of the new AI 300 series. And with this, it also comes with that new AMD Radeon graphics, but more on that later on in this video. For now, let's just finish the design element of this. If you look at the keyboard, it looks fantastic as well. Really nice to type on. You got a large trackpad area with gestures as well. And I love all this ventilation grill here. In fact, this has been CNC machined. It has 3,522 cooling vents. These holes here. That's a lot to keep this nice and cool. And more on the cooling, it has dual fans in there and also ultra slim vapor chamber in there to keep this nice and cool under pressure. In the settings, which we'll talk about later on as well, you can also adjust the performance level, which one of them is to keep this nice and quiet in whisper mode. So that's what I've got it in right now so that you can't hear the fan at all coming through the microphone. The keyboard is nice as well in terms of typing and getting your work done. It gives you 1.1 millimeters key travel and it just feels really nice to type on. It's got nice pitch to it as well. So you can easily just touch type and type away and just enjoy yourself using this. One thing I wish they did though is this logo on the top right there on the grill where the ventilation grill is. I wish that was the actual power button because every time I look at it, I love that little logo there and I always want to press it to start using it. I love the display as well. It's really nice. It's 90% screen to body ratio. You have your camera there, which gives you full HD camera capability. And you have a display that's 3K, 120 Hertz, DCI-P3, 100%. The webcam with IR Blaster in there as well will allow you to log in using your face, so Windows Hello support. And also there's ambient lighting support there as well. This is capable of up to 550 nits peak brightness on the display. Really nice and bright, and I've got no complaints in that area. So what you're seeing right now is a video sample recorded directly from the HD camera on the ASUS Zenbook S16. You can see the sort of exposure flickering in and out of brightness, darkness. It doesn't know what it was to do. So, but it's not meant to be perfect. I think these cameras are actually meant to be just for quick video calls here and there. You can take a quick photo or whatever it is. So you can still get some stuff done on the go. One thing that's good about this area as well is the camera, as well as its a webcam. It's also got a sensor there as well for Windows Hello login. So this will recognize me and log in to the laptop using my face as well. But let me know what you guys think in terms of the visual and the audio as well from the built-in webcam. As for ports, you have plenty of ports available. So to the left of the laptop, you have your full HDMI ports, you have 2 USB-C ports, and you have your headphone combo jack. For the sound as well, you have 6 speakers in there with Armor Card and certified, and Dolby Atmos support. It has Wi-Fi 7 as well. And on the right side, we have a full SD card slot and a USB Type-A 3 Gen 3.2, which is good. There's no Ethernet port here, so you'd have to use the dongle for Ethernet connection if you want to do that. But again, it's just incredible how thin this is. They managed to put a full HDMI port, which is nearly the size of the thickness of what the laptop is, which is honestly amazing to me that they've managed to be able to get this done and produce something so slick, so incredible in terms of design. One thing I love as well is you can actually lift the lid with just one finger without moving the bottom half of the laptop. Incredible. So as far as design goes, the display goes, all that stuff, this is fantastic. What we need to talk about though is that new Ryzen AI 9HX processor chip that we've got in here. So If you guys are not aware right now, we have the Snapdragon X Elite, and AMD's got their own version as well. Intel's got their own version as well. That's bringing all these powerful AI features to your laptop. With this one, you're looking at 50 tops when it comes to NPU, but overall, you're looking at up to 81 tops. So tops tera operations per second. It's a lot. That means you'll be able to operate very quickly. You'll be able to do things very quickly, and it comes with that Copilot feature that Windows has as well. Copilot Plus features are not available on this just yet, but you do have alternatives that you can use to get those things done. For example, on here we have something called a Muse. You have Camo Studio. Camo Studio allows you to change the background of your camera, for example. So it's a bit like Windows Studio Effect, but not as good in my opinion as Windows Studio's Effect. You got a Muse here which you can use for AI features, AI operations. If you want to try it out and see what that's capable of, you can do that as well. When it comes to things like your benchmarking tools, I've run this through Cinebench, I've done Crystal Disk, etc, etc. This has 32 gigabytes of LPDDR5X, 7500 memory in there, and with that just means you are getting a really fast RAM for multiple applications running at the same time in the background, especially those powerful ones as well. You do have your SSD in there as well, 1 terabyte SSD in this. Read and writes are looking fantastic when I ran it through Crystal Disk, and then run it through 3D Mark and PC Mark as well, just to see what they're capable of. This is just up there, it runs really well. So there's no issue at all when it comes to what this is capable of in terms of performance, the design itself, the display itself. The qualms I've got with this thing though is when it comes to the AI features, which I'll touch on just in a minute. But before I do that though, let's talk about my ASUS application. With my ASUS, you're able to control so many different aspects of your laptop. For example, you can see the battery, which is, by the way, 75 watt hour battery. And the processing power rating here is 25 watts TDP, just to bring that into conversation as well before I forget. You got your memory there, our disk, you can see everything that's going on. And then you got the device settings, which is where you can control things like your battery care mode. You can go to fan profile, which allows you to go from full speed mode to performance, standard and whisper. Little hint here for you, performance mode is actually much better in my opinion than full speed mode. So put it into performance mode if you're going to do some crazy stuff on here and you're good to go. And then you got things like hibernation output, you got memory allocated to the GPU, you can change that as well. You can do things like your AI noise cancelling for your microphone, so when you're doing your video calls and stuff, you can do that as well. You got sound mode option available. So you can see there you have loads of options in terms of what you can change on here, including display settings as well. So you can change the warmth and so on. You can change the refresh rate from 120 hertz as well, if you wish to do so, to 60 hertz refresh rate. But obviously you're going to leave it on 120 hertz if you're going to be gaming or just general browsing as well. By the way, this is also a touchscreen, so this supports pen as well. So if you want to buy a pen for it to start doing drawings and all that kind of stuff, you can do that on here. One thing that's also pretty cool, instead of just banging on about benchmarking numbers and stuff like that, you can play Apex Legends on here with no issues at all. Good frame rate, it just works really well. It's very smooth. I've had no issues playing Apex Legends on here, so that leads me to think this is definitely a powerful laptop that's worth the price tag. My issue with it that I was talking about though is those AI features. I think at the moment this is just a feature-proof product, because if you buy this as a consumer, there aren't that much AI features that you can use on here that will actually fully showcase what this is capable of in terms of the NPU. Because at the moment, yes, you can use Copilot, but yes, you can also go on the web and use ChatGPT to do different things. But obviously what Copilot can do on here is being able to do things like find documents and, you know, be able to help you as a Copilot on day-to-day basis. So obviously the Copilot stuff is better than just having ChatGPT on the web. But it doesn't give you loads of stuff that you can look at and say, actually, I'm using AI on my laptop and I've just gone to the shop and bought this laptop because it's got those 50 tops NPU stuff in it that allows me to do all these extra things. That's not there yet. So I think if you're going to buy this, you have to decide where you want to future-proof and buy it and wait for those things to start coming through over the next coming months or so. Then great. Or you can just hold off and just wait till it becomes a thing, bigger and better, and then that way this will probably go down in price. So they'll have new ones then by then. So those are the food for thought of things that you can think about when it comes to whether you should get this or not. But as far as this laptop goes, it's fantastic. I love the design. It doesn't get hot under pressure unnecessarily. It can get warm when it comes to like gaming and start editing videos and stuff like that. I've been able to edit my 4K videos on Adobe Premiere on here with no issues at all. So those are the things that you have to think about and consider whether it's worth your hard-earned money. But other than that, like I said, fantastic laptop. It looks absolutely gorgeous, like so thin. I love the finishing on it. I love this color as well. It's nice and lightweight as well. It's just honestly, bravo ASUS, you've done a good job there. And I think, yeah, all round great laptop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any questions, drop them there as well. I'll do my best to answer those. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.